Well, thank you very much, Ho-jun, for that report. The ball really is moving pretty fast now. Now to another track of this massive scandal. Korea's Constitutional Court is holding its 12th hearing in the impeachment trial of President Park Geun-hye. For the details, let's cross over to our reporter Kim Ji-yeon, who's been following this at the court for us for many weeks now. Ji-yeon, what are we hearing so far?
Well, Mark, this morning the president's lawyers questioned the former head of the Blue K, a paper company allegedly run by President Park's confidant Choi Soon-sil, and Cho Seong-min answered questions on whether President Park was involved in funneling lucrative contracts with conglomerates to the Blue K. He said he was aware of the close ties Choi had with President Park while he was working for the Blue K, and he said that Choi came to work at the company almost every day unless she was overseas on business, and that he thought Choi was the de facto owner of the company because she ordered him to give up his 40% stake in the company. And Cho said that the company's capital funding, which amounted to more than $87,000 all came from Choi herself.
And Ji-yeon, when do we expect the court to rule on the impeachment motion?
Well, that could hinge on whether the president makes an appearance to testify before the closing arguments. Earlier this week, the president's lawyer said it was possible that President Park would appear in court before the impeachment trial ends. But even if that were to happen, it's possible the court won't agree to hear her testimony. The opposing side could regard her appearance as a delayed tactic to prolong the trial, especially after the president's lawyer's submission of a list of dozens of witnesses, some of whom have already made court appearances and others whose presence in court hasn't been guaranteed. And President Park has refused to respond to the summons by the National Assembly's impeachment committee to appear as a witness during the trial. And the remaining hearings in the trial are scheduled through February 22nd, which could lead to a ruling before March 10th. And the timing is crucial here because the term of interim Chief Justice Lee Jeong-mi ends on March 13th, and the term of former Chief Justice Park Han-chul has already ended, leaving 8 justices, and 6 of them have to rule in favor of the impeachment motion in order for it to be upheld. This afternoon, Moon Hyung-pyo, the former health and welfare minister and the current chairman of the National Pension Service, is to testify on whether he received direct orders from the president to pressure the pension fund to back a controversial merger between 2 Samsung affiliates in 2015. Meanwhile, the former senior employees from a non-profit foundation allegedly run by Choi are also slated to testify this afternoon. Back to you.